Marketing seems to be the only thing most people want to talk about when it comes to business, especially online business. And so we need to talk about what marketing is and what it isn't today, because depending on where you sit, it might be something you love or something you hate. And so what I want to do in today's episode is share with you the 5 biggest marketing myths out there, 5 myths about marketing that we need to bust entirely so we can have an honest discussion about what marketing really is and how to do it effectively. Because at the end of the day, we do need to sell our products and services to make a living, and we have to get the word out, which is ultimately what we're doing with marketing. So if you're ready to have a real conversation about what is needed and what's not needed to successfully market your products and feel good about what you do, then I think you're going to enjoy this episode. Let's discuss. Welcome to episode 128 of The Graham Cochran Show, where I'm here to help you build your online business, work less, and live and give more. I'm your host, Graham Cochran. Hanging out with you today is one of the things I've been looking forward to the most. So I appreciate you watching on YouTube. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you get this show, thank you for popping in some earbuds and listening for a bit, whether it's on your commute or while you do dishes or while you're at your office working for somebody else and you shouldn't be listening to this podcast, but you are because you're going to be building an awesome business so you can quit. That's fine too. I see you. I respect you. I'm glad to hang out with you today. It's going to be a great conversation. I like marketing, but I also hate it. So maybe you're like me. We can have an honest conversation about how to do it effectively and get to the truth about what really works with marketing. Related to that, I'm doing something crazy, really, really crazy, and I want you to be a part of it. I want to help you sell more product. I want to help you grow your audience, get the word out from your online business, whether it's small or big. And one of the biggest sticking points for my students when it comes to this whole online business thing is building an audience. And so maybe they have a course, maybe you have a course, maybe you have a membership, maybe you're starting to create content, but you need to expand. You want to get the word out. You want to reach more people. You want to create content that people engage with and like, and you want people to open your emails and all this kind of stuff, but you need help. Well, I want to help you. I want to help you for free. I'm putting together an insane 3+, probably 4+ hour live training called the Audience Attraction Formula. And the best part is it is 100% free to attend. I've done one of these before, not on this topic, but I've done one of these before where I'm blocking out a whole section of my day. I have a ton of really actionable content for you planned out to help you grow your audience. Specifically, I want to help you attract a bigger audience, write better headlines and email subject lines and titles for your content that gets people to click and engage, help increase your conversion rates, help you to create ultimately an irresistible magnetic brand so that you have unlimited leads and you can sell what you want to sell and do what you want to do. This is going to be half the theory behind it, like how this works, so you understand the psychology of audience building. And then the other half is literally workshopping how to write titles, how to create content that engages with people and gets people to click, how to convert people, all of that stuff, super actionable workshop. This is 4+ hours of insane content that I should charge for, but I'm offering it to you for free. If you come hang out with me, even if you come for an hour of the 4+ hours, it's going to be worth your time. I'm doing this on October 14th. I don't want you to miss this. Details are at the link below if you're watching on YouTube, or go to grahamcochran.com/formula to register your free spot for my Audience Attraction Formula live workshop. Again, this is happening on October 14th. It's going to be 4+ hours. There's going to be live Q&A. It's going to be insane. Like, drink coffee, come hang out with me for a half day. Again, even if you can only come for an hour of those 4 hours, it's going to be worth your time. I promise you. I'm only doing this once. There's no replay. You got to register. You got to come. I'm going to bring a ton of value. I've been putting this together for a while now and excited to give you this amazing training for free. So please come, go to grahamcochran.com/formula to sign up to get your free ticket for the Audience Attraction Formula live workshop on October 14th. All the details are there. Okay, so let's talk about marketing, which is a part of what we're going to be doing in depth on that live training and workshop. But let's talk about it because there's a lot of myths. I just broke down 5. And I want to share the myth and then share the truth behind the myth, with my hope being that this helps you have a better picture of what marketing can be and should be in your business so that you can go do it well, which ultimately will lead to serving people, helping them, and you'll sell more product, which helps you. Myth number 1 about marketing is that it's sleazy. Everyone says marketing is sleazy or slimy or it feels icky. It doesn't have to be. That's a cop-out. If you're not doing marketing because you're like, I don't want to be like those people. I don't want to self-promote. There's a mental script that's holding you up that you have bought into, that you're using as an excuse to not go do good marketing. And partially it's because there's a lot of sleazy marketing out there, slimy marketing. It's just yucky. It's out there. It's out there in person, whether it's at a used car lot or it's out there online. With just a slimy, grimy Facebook ad. There's even YouTube ads that play before my videos sometimes that just look slimy. And I know exactly what you're talking about. So we've seen it, we've all experienced it. It doesn't feel right. And so if you're a decent human being, you don't want to do that. And I get it. But to say that all marketing is it's a cop-out. It's an excuse. And it's lazy. Because that's not true. And you know that's not true because you know there are products that you have bought that you didn't feel like you had this slimy interaction. You felt like it was just like you wanted the product and you didn't feel like it was a shtick. There's a difference between like being pushed, having marketing pushed on you and being sold to well. People like to buy. People like a good sales experience if it's not sleazy. And so the antithesis of this, the way to not do sleazy marketing is to stop copying what you see people doing, for one, please. And this is a side tangent. Just don't just copy headlines or, literally some people will rip paragraphs of sales copy off of my sales page. I don't write sleazy sales copy, I don't think, because I hate sleazy sales copy. But please don't just copy my sales copy or anybody else's because it's not going to work. Why is it not going to work? Because it's inauthentic to you. And that's the secret. To the antithesis to sleazy marketing is authentic marketing. What is authentic marketing? It's the easiest thing you could possibly ever do, and that is be yourself. Right? Remember the movie Aladdin? Remember the cartoon version of Aladdin, the original OG Disney Aladdin? What does the genie say to Aladdin? He says, be yourself. Like, that is the best thing you could ever do in your business. People can sniff out when you A, don't know what you're talking about, B, have copied somebody's sales copy so it doesn't even roll off the tongue naturally because it's not natural for you because you're literally using someone else's words. But C, people want to interact with real people. So the moment you start being real is the moment you're going to have a chance to connect with another person, which ultimately is what marketing is connecting with another human being. We're going to talk about that in the second myth, but you just need to be yourself. Your product needs to be yourself. Your marketing needs to be yourself. You don't have to be a certain way. There is no one size fits all style, personality, even tactic. Like, you could literally be yourself in your marketing and you'll have a better chance of actually converting if you are authentic. We are living in that age of inauthenticity, a lot of flash, a lot of Facebook ads, a lot of gurus, and consumers are kind of sick of it. They're used to it now. It's not as effective as it once was. So authentic connection, being yourself, that actually stands out, which is really, really crazy. I've made a living in both of my businesses by literally just being myself. Don't have a sales background, don't have a marketing background, and that's helped me. One reason why you might enjoy my content if you've been around for a while and you're a fan of what I do is probably that I'm just myself. I tell it to you like it is. I'm not putting on a shtick. I'm not being sleazy. You don't have to be sleazy. Good marketing shouldn't be sleazy. It should be you authentically engaging with your audience. So say what you would say in a sales page. Act the way you would act in a video. Be who you would be online, the same as you are offline. Don't overthink this. Be yourself. Okay. So that's one myth. Marketing does not have to be sleazy, and it's not always sleazy. Number two, marketing is all about manipulation. Huge myth. There is literally a thought that like, oh, I know what marketing is. Marketing is convincing people to buy your thing who wouldn't normally buy your thing. And so it's all about psychology, which there is psychology in marketing, but we take that to an extreme of like, what words do I say that make people go from uninterested to whipping out their wallet, right? What color button do I use that's scientifically proven to make people want to buy? Like it becomes all of these kinds of things. What do I need to flash on the screen to like engage all the senses? Like it becomes science. And once you've broken it down to just science, it becomes really inhumane because now it's just all about do this, and you get this result. Now, I know I have a live training called the Audience Attraction Formula, so don't mishear me. I like that language because there are some elements that you need to have in place to be successful in building your audience, building your brand, and that's a huge part of your marketing. But it's not just a science. It's not a science because we're dealing with human beings here, and humans aren't robots. We're vastly different. We're unpredictable. So it's not about manipulating people's emotions. It's not about preying on people's fears or just selling the dream. Although you can manipulate people, and again, some people do this, and this is why you see it, that's not really what good marketing is. The way you sell a lot of product is by knowing people's problems intimately, knowing the people you're trying to serve, knowing their problems, their fears, their struggles, their challenges very, very intimately, and then offering them a solution. So just knowing their problems isn't good enough if you have a product that doesn't solve their problem. Good marketing really comes down to, do you have a product anybody cares about? I mean, you have to have a product that they really care about. So to know what product to build, you have to know what they care about and know their problems. I say this a lot, but Jay Abraham, one of the biggest things I've taken away from him as a sales and marketing expert is he says it this way: the brands that can best articulate their customer's problem are the brands that are going to win. Meaning, if we have 5 companies and we all sell the same product, or if you have 5 personalities online all selling courses on the same topic, who's going to sell the most courses? It's the person that can best articulate their customers' problems to them in their videos, in their podcasts, in their blog posts. If you can clearly, with accuracy and detail, spell out what their pain is, those people are going to buy from you. Why? Because they will feel heard. They will feel understood. They'll say, this guy gets me. This girl gets me. So, for example, when I speak to you about online business, I don't talk about just making a crap ton of money. Now, to some people, that might be the problem that is the biggest problem. And so if I were to speak to them and say like, hey, I want to show you how to make $1 million, that might be the problem and the desire that's specific to a certain group of people. That's not who I think I'm serving. I don't think that's who you are. From my interaction with people like you, you want flexibility and freedom in your life. You want a business that serves your life and not the other way around. You want the money, but also the lifestyle to go along with it. You want to build a business that helps people and helps you sleep well at night. You want to be able to talk about the things you're interested in and passionate about and genuinely make a difference in the world. But you also want to make, $8,000, $10,000 a month relatively passively. I get very specific. I'll get as specific as you don't want to run a bunch of Facebook ads. You don't even really love being on social media. Like, and I'm getting real specific because that you may not agree with all of those things. And so I'm starting to alienate people. But what I'm doing for the people that are the right target market for what I do, teach, and sell, I'm getting zeroed in on them and articulating their problems. So I'm talking about what's hard about starting an online business, especially when you're busy because you already have a job or you have a family and kids. I'm not talking to a ton of singles, although there's lots of singles that follow my content and use it. But a lot of times I'll speak to the busyness of life if you're in that season of life with family and kids or a spouse, other commitments. Partly because I know that season of life. I've been in it for 12 years. Partly because I know that that's those are the people I really want to help because they're the people that really want this online business now because they need it, because they don't have any time. So I'll get really specific and articulate those issues. And so that's what makes a lot of my customers or potential customers connect with me because, like, man, this guy gets me. Yeah, I'm super busy. Yeah, I got young kids, or I got a wife, or I got a husband. Yeah, I don't want to work all the time. I do want money, but not at the cost of my life. So when I articulate those things, people pay attention and they feel heard, they feel empathy, and there's trust that's built. So all I'm doing is articulating their problems clearly and then offering a solution. My course, Automatic Income Academy, will help you build that business in just 30 minutes a day, right? My membership, Six Figure Coaching Community, will help you scale your business while working fewer and fewer hours. My mastermind, that's literally what I'm helping people in my mastermind do. They're already making six figures. You have to make over $100,000 a year to even join or apply for my mastermind. And yet those people want to not only scale their income, but they want to work less and less. And so I'm helping them specifically do that. So they're joining because they feel like they connect with me, not because of my sleazy, slick marketing campaign. Did you see the difference? Going back to, it's not about manipulation. It's all about being authentic, not sleazy. And instead of manipulating, just articulating their problems and offering them a solution. Very basic, but this is really what marketing is. Myth number three, is that marketing is quick. And this is where I got to start to be honest with you, right? It's not sleazy, it's not about manipulation, but it's also not quick. If you want quick marketing, you might have to resort to sleazy manipulation. And maybe that's where some of that comes from. Good marketing is a slow burn, right? Why? Some people say, oh, it's just too slow. If it's slow, it means you don't know what you're doing. I beg to differ. If it's slow, it's because I know exactly what I'm doing. It takes time to what? Build trust. It takes time to build a reputation of credibility, of authority, of sincerity, of trust. I had someone leave an amazing YouTube comment the other day about trust. And they said, I trust Graham so much. And again, this is just someone who watches my videos online, that I feel like I could give him the keys to my house and he would walk in my house and would never take anything. Like, that's how much I trust him. And they don't even know me. That takes time to build that kind of trust with somebody that you will never interact with face to face, through a video, through a podcast, through a blog post, where this person feels like you have their best interests at heart. You are a trustworthy person, that what you have to say is worth listening to. I mean, think about that. We're worried about people buying our products. Have you ever worried about people even giving you their time? Forget their money. Giving you their money is a big deal, but people giving you their time is just as valuable. Is your content even worth their time, even if it's free? Have you ever thought about that? So many people are like, okay, yeah, content, gotta make some content so I could sell them my stuff, funnels, email, whatever, just get me to the selling of the stuff. That they'll make content, slap it on the internet, and never have once thought about, is this content even worth their time? Because people's lives are busy, man. People don't have time to watch crap. They don't have time to listen to something that's watered down. So your marketing really begins with your content, which we'll talk about next, but you've got to build enough trust in your free content that people are willing to spend 30 minutes of their day to listen to you. If you do long form content like I do, that's all about trust. And that takes time. It takes time to build that kind of reputation. When you do it though, it pays off. Why does it pay off? Because I could email out my list anything today that I've built and offer it for sale, and they will buy it. Why? Because they trust me. It won't be because of my sales copy. It won't be because of my page, as much as it will be that inherently they're going into this saying, well, I trust Graham. I know Graham. He only provides value. My experience with him has been that what he says works and he tells me the truth. So let me check out what he's got to sell. Let me see what this thing is. And they'll buy it. That's powerful. Having a loyal group of super fans who trust you is the best form of marketing I can think of, because then you can just show up again authentically as yourself, articulate their problems, offer them a solution, and they're going to buy it. They won't even watch your sales video. They won't even read your sales page. They'll just buy it. Why? Because they trust you. You can't build that quickly. So everything I teach, I hope comes together. But this is why having a long view of your business, don't be in this for quick money. Think 10 years, 20 years. Think about that time frame minimum for your business. If you think in those metrics of time, you're going to give yourself the patience and the time to build credibility, build trust, and slowly build your marketing. It's not quick, but it works. And once you've built that trust, which again, it takes a long time to build it, it doesn't take long to lose it. So you really have to keep your integrity. You have to really protect your audience. If they trust you, then you have that puts you in a position where your hands are tied a little bit to always stay honest. You have to stay honest. You have to stay legit. You can't abuse that audience and that trust that you've built because it'll just crumble so quickly. It takes a long time to build. Doesn't take long to break it down. So marketing isn't quick. I'll be honest with you. Good marketing isn't, at least. Related to that, number 4, marketing though, here's the myth. Marketing has to cost money. No, it doesn't. You know what my ad budget was? My marketing budget was for this year? Boop. $0. You know what it was last year? Boop. $0. Oh, it's always been boop. $0. Why? Because the best marketing is free. Now, they always used to say the best marketing was referrals, word of mouth. And then, it's hard to get that going. So maybe you got to run ads at the beginning, but once you have, a book of business, or if you're known in your city or whatever your business might be, word of mouth is the best. I do think word of mouth is the best. It's the most powerful. Why? Because people trust friends, family members, coworkers. They trust a recommendation versus an ad. Of course, every ad is going to say their product or service is good. I think what's second to word of mouth is free content. So you don't have to spend money on marketing if you do what I teach, which is content marketing. Content marketing, blog posts, YouTube videos, podcasts like this one don't cost you a thing. And it's the best type of marketing because it's free and you're giving value. It's an opportunity for people to get a taste of what you teach for free. Go apply it, see if it works, see if it resonates with them. And if it does, they go, man, this girl knows what she's talking about. Man, this guy knows what he's talking about. And now they've bought in, and it didn't cost them anything, doesn't cost you anything. So it's risky on my part and your part as the content creator to put some of your best material out there for free. But hey, it works because it draws people in. Now people say, oh yeah, it doesn't cost you any money, but it costs you time. And they say that with like a defiant anger, like, oh, whatever, Graham, still costs you your time. Yeah, if you're not willing to invest time into your business, then what the heck are you doing? Like, time is all you have when you're starting out in a business. None of us have money when we're starting. A few of us do, at least. So of course it takes time. But what are you going to do anyways? Like, you're going to spend time in your business. There's no business that I know of that instantly starts without any time investment to start, unless you just buy an existing business. But again, then you need a bunch of money. Most of you don't start with a bunch of money. I know I didn't. I built my business, started with $50, bought a domain, and I spent, I bought one little piece of software and the first month of hosting, $50. That's all I had. But I had time. And you have time, even if it's an hour a day, 30 minutes a day, you have time. So I'm telling you, the best way to spend your time is to create content, evergreen content. So yeah, it costs you your time, but the whole point is it doesn't cost you money. You don't need money. People say it takes money to make money. No, it doesn't. It takes time, but not a lot of time. So that's the beautiful thing about the way I teach content marketing. It doesn't have to cost you a penny. And fifth and final marketing myth, marketing is hard. It's not. Marketing experts, not all, but certainly some, try to make it complex. Because maybe they want to teach you marketing or maybe they want to sell you their marketing services. It's just like the financial industry. Investing isn't complicated, but the investment industry wants to make it seem complicated so that you will just defer the decision-making to them and their products because you don't have the mental space to deal with it. So that way they can stay in business. But investing is so simple. It's not hard, and neither is marketing. Now, you may not be good at marketing at first, but you can, like anything, learn it and get better at it. But here's what marketing is ultimately. You ready for this? Here's marketing in one sentence. 2 words, ready? Marketing in 2 words. Helping people. That's all marketing is helping people. And it starts with making a product that helps people. If you don't have a product that helps people, then you're going to have to look for some weird tactics to convince them to buy the crap that you're peddling. And by helping people, that can mean like making them laugh, helping people be happy. So entertainment, comedy, that's a product that helps people. So it doesn't have to be as tangible as what I'm selling, like a course that helps you build a business or helps you record music that sounds professional on a budget. But it starts by making a product that actually helps people. If you do that, dude, half the work is done, because now all you have to do is then share that with people, right? That's all you're doing. You're saying, hey, do you need help with this? Oh, yeah, Well, check out my product. It helps you do this. Oh, okay. Like it really becomes that simple. There's nuance. There's an art to good marketing, and there's an art to communication. A lot of stuff that I want to teach you in this workshop that's coming up. But at the end of the day, marketing is only 2 words. It's helping people. So you don't have to manipulate people. You don't have to be sleazy. You don't have to run ads. You don't have to do all this pony, the song and dance thing, these pony tricks. Pony tricks? Why are there tricks with ponies? Isn't there a pony show metaphor somewhere in here? I don't know. You don't have to do it. Whatever the pony thing is, you don't have to do it. Because ultimately, what you have to do to make money and to market is to start with a product that people actually want to buy. And the best products people want to buy are ones that solve people's problems and help them. So go out, find who you want to help, who you feel like you could help. And that usually is a group of people that you know something about, AKA you are that target market, or you were, or it's what your knowledge or experience is built around. For me, it was music recording. I was a musician my whole life. I recorded music for years. I actually gone to audio school, which was cool. I worked in studios. I have a lot of musician friends. I was like, I can help these people. So I know the people, and I know what their problems are. I know where they get stuck. I know their pain points. I know their complaints. I know their fears. I know their questions. Why? Because I interact with those people, and I was those people. And so then what did I do? Well, I went out and built courses and memberships that help those people solve specific problems. Oh, you don't know how to record your music? Here's how to record your music. You don't know how to mix it? Here's how to mix it. You don't know what to buy? Here's my gear guides of what to buy. You know how to record vocals specifically? Okay, here's a course on how to record vocals specifically. So I build a product that I know is going to help them. And then when I go to market it to them, I had awful sales copy. I had awful positioning, but at least I understood who they were, what problems they had, and I wanted to help people, and I had a product that could help them. So I would just get in front of them in my sales page and say, hey, have you ever struggled with this? Well, dude, you should buy my course. It helps you accomplish this. And you fill in the gaps there a little bit, but functionally, that's all I've been doing since 2009. And you get better at that. It's not hard, because all you are is a person helping another person. I think where people get stuck is that it gets nerve-wracking and they get insecure asking people for money. I think that's probably where people get stuck, is the asking for money part. And I get that. As someone who was in sales for radio advertising years ago, and I sucked at it because I hated asking people for money, I get it. That gets easier if you believe in the product, and that should be easy if it's a product you built. You should be able to believe in it. But it's still hard if you've never done it. So you have to just get out there and do it. I've got a lot of material on the podcast and the YouTube channel about sales copy to make it simpler for you. And there's some helpful things you can do to make yourself more at ease when you transition into the actual pitch part, which is maybe where people like clam up and get, nervous and stall out, and they kind of like screw up the landing a bit, but you get better at it. But at the end of the day, if you realize, look, all you're doing is talking to a human who has a problem you know something about, and guess what? You want to help solve the problem, and you're just offering them something, right? There's 3 words that make, I think, selling so much easier, and they go like this. Have you ever heard these? Would you like? Would you like? Such an innocuous phrase. Your waitress or waiter will say that all the time. Would you like dessert tonight? Would you like an appetizer to start off? Mr. Cochran, would you like another drink? Like 3 simple words, unobtrusive, not salesy. It's a question. It puts the ball in their court. It's very polite. And it's asking them a question to actually get them to think, would I like that? It's not, do you want to buy this? It's, would you like this? And so they have to decide, they're picturing themselves. Would I like another drink? Yeah, I think I would. Would I like an appetizer? Yeah, let's do the cheese board. Would I like help with this? And that's another question I ask all the time in my sales copy is like, would you like help with this? Would you like it if there was a step-by-step plan for this? Would you like to be able to overcome this challenge? Would you? Yes, I would. Then join my course, join my membership. That's all you're doing in marketing is talking to a person, solving their problem by offering, would you like this thing? And they have the right to say, no, I would not like that, which is usually not the case. Most of the case, they do want it. It's just they're not ready to buy it or spend money on it. And that's their prerogative. Because again, going back to our second myth, marketing isn't about manipulation. You're not manipulating someone to buy something they don't want. People are going to buy what they want, and they're not going to buy what they don't want. Ultimately, all you can do is try to solve a problem and offer them a solution and ask if they'd like it. And when you break that all down, it makes marketing way less pressure laden, way less heavy, and more about you and I, or you and your customer connecting, 2 people connecting, and you just being a problem solver and offering solutions for people. So, marketing is sleazy? No, it's not. Just be authentic. Marketing is about manipulation? No, it's not. It's all about knowing people's problems and offering them solutions. Marketing is quick. Not good marketing. It takes time because you have to build trust and credibility, and that takes time, but it's worth it. There's a payoff. Marketing has to cost money? No, it doesn't. The best marketing is free. Content is the absolute best marketing, and marketing is hard. Ultimately, you're just helping people, and that's not that hard. So I'm curious to know, if you're watching on YouTube, which of these 5 myths that we just covered have you been believing? Have you been stuck on? That was just maybe busted for you, or maybe you had an eye-opening moment in this episode. Leave me a comment below and let me know. I'd love to know. And then finally, I just want to remind you again, if you want to dive deep into audience building, creating content people want to engage with, getting more people to get on your email list, to open your emails, to engage with your promotions and any of that kind of stuff, please come to my live training on October 14th, the Audience Attraction Formula. This is going to be 4+ hours of me just giving you basically an entire course for free with live Q&A. It's going to be amazing. Even if you can only come for an hour, it's going to be worth your time. I promise you, it's 100% free. I have nothing to sell you. It's a free training. You can come and just enjoy it and then apply it all for free. But it's going to be long, and it's going to be in depth, and it's going to be amazing. But register your free spot at grahamcochran.com/formula to get a spot for the Audience Attraction Formula on October 14th. I want you to be there. I have so much fun doing these trainings. I don't do them this long or this in depth often, only about once a year. It's a one-time only thing. Like I said, I'm not doing this again. There's no replay. Just come. Again, even if you're busy or the time zone's crazy and you can only make it for an hour, it will be worth your time. I promise you. Please come on October 14th. Register your spot at grahamcochran.com/formula. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'm linking to it here in the video and below. All right. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. I appreciate your time. It means a ton because I know it's valuable. And I hope that this helps you out as you begin or continue to market your courses, your memberships, your coaching, your masterminds, whatever you're selling. Go help some people because that's ultimately all we're doing. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you on another episode real soon.